The trick consists in partitioning a deck of cards in 4 parts, in what appears to be a totally random way. Every second card is selected to be in one of 2 piles based on the color of the one which came before. So, this is a red card, so the next one will go to this pile. This is a black card, so this one will go to this pile, and so on until the deck is finished. The fun bit is that upon finishing the entire deck, you can observe that the number of black cards in the black pile is equal to the number of red cards in the red pile. This is interesting because the deck was partitioned in a random way, and this pattern is unexpected.
However, it is not a hopeless mystery, as I will try to show graphically. Let us represent a deck of cards as a circle. As we know, a deck of cards is half red and half black. In the first part of the trick, where we are partitioning the deck, we are choosing every second card to be closed or hidden, and the card that came before to be open, shown. So effectively, we are separating the deck in 2 equal halves, one to be showed and one to be hidden. That is equivalent of drawing a line, a diameter, and separating the circle in 2 equal halves. This part, that is above, are the cards that are open, and this part in the bottom are the cards that are closed. This particular diagram in this state does not describe which cards are on which pile. So, I have a minority of red cards and a majority of black cards that are currently shown. But I have still to choose which cards are going to be on the red pile and which cards are going to be on the black pile. Doing that is equivalent to drawing a shape like this one on the other half of the circle, indicating that the cards that were chosen are going to be on the red pile. So, if I draw it here, I'm going to choose all of the black cards that are hidden to be on the red pile. This is a special case, but I can translate this shape or rotate this shape around the circle to choose a different amount of red and black cards. So everything that is in this slice is going to be on the red pile, and everything that's outside is going to be on the black pile. As you can see, this distance has equal length to this part. These cards are the red cards that are on the red pile. These ones are the black cards that are on the black pile. So now we can see that they have equal number. And this is true because, well, this slice that we are moving around is the same size as this slice of black cards that are hidden. So, as we rotate this line around the circle, we rotate this line the same amount. And since there was no initial red cards that were in the slice that we are rotating, this area is the same as this area. And so we have shown graphically that the number of black cards on the black pile is equal to the number of red cards in the red pile. One more remark that Matt Parker does on his video is that this fact is true only because the number of red cards in the deck is equal to the number of black cards in the deck. And yes, that makes sense, because this fact can only work if the slice that we are rotating around must be of the same size as the slice of black cards that are hidden. Otherwise, if we place that slice here, there would be an extra number of red cards that are on the red pile. And so when we rotated the slice around, we would have more red cards on the red pile than black cards on the black pile.
There's still one bit of the trick that I haven't explained, and that is, at the end of the card distributing, Matt Parker switches some cards from the red pile and the black pile. The result is still the same. But why? Well, let's see. The black pile has some red cards and some black cards. The same holds for the red pile. Let us assume that these cards are distributed as in the trick. They are not, but that doesn't matter. We are just interested in what happens when we switch cards around. So, there are 4 possibilities. We can switch black cards from the red pile with red cards from the black pile. We can switch red cards from both piles. We can switch black cards from both piles, or red cards from the red pile and black cards from the black pile. In the first case, we are just adding 1 card to each counting pile. That means I have 1 more red card on the red pile and 1 more black card on the black pile, so it doesn't change anything. In the second case, we're switching black cards, so it doesn't change anything again. The same holds true for switching black cards, or red cards I should say. And in the final case, we're just effectively taking these cards out of the count, because these cards are not counted and these cards are not counted either. So we have still the same number of red cards in red pile and black cards on the black pile. Note that changing multiple cards is equivalent to doing this process over and over again.